Did you know that Twitter now allows you to see the view count on every tweet? Is it good or is it bad? And I think there's both sides, and we're going to dive into that today.
You know, I'm looking at the chatter on Twitter, and it's interesting because you were talking about the pros, right?
Yeah.
The pros are what? You know, the things that you were telling me that, hey, it's this. Maybe you can go through a few of those things.
So, and this has just always been my opinion, Twitter is one of the hardest platforms to grow a following on, because really all you can post to grow is Twitter threads. The videos don't do as well as if they would on Instagram or TikTok. There's just less amount of a type of content. Like you have to be very specific in your niche on Twitter. It's hard to gain a huge following in a short amount of time versus TikTok and Instagram. There's different types of content that you could post to gain a huge following.
That's right.
So you just don't see that instant viral growth as you would on especially TikTok or Twitter. Or Instagram. And also with Twitter, like creators can't really monetize their stuff just yet.
Yeah.
So I think that this is in some ways one of the best decisions that Twitter has made because they're in competition with the other social media platforms. I mean, you could see view count on TikTok, and it's funny because we had a podcast about this a couple weeks ago, Social Proof.
That's right.
The way it works on TikTok, and this is why after a video goes super viral, it's going to continue to go viral for about 14 days to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
When it comes across someone's For You page and they see it's got 3 million views and a bunch of comments, they already have that cognitive bias that, oh, wait, all of these people thought something about this video. I want to now watch it too to see what my reaction is.
That's
and
right.
most of the time it's a similar reaction. Let's say it's a very funny video. Well, now you can see why 3 million people watched it and commented on it, stuff like that. So I think that it opens a lot of ways for pages to grow on Twitter. But like with anything, there's a negative side to showing that. So,
Yeah. So I see what you're saying because if you pin a tweet up there that has 1 million views, that person seeing that, it's going to automatically resonate in their head that, hey, these guys must be producing some kind of good content. So the impressions and the views, I think it's going to be a overall plus. There are some potential negatives that can come with that stuff. It can lead to gaming the system, right? So people that learn how to, either write a clickbait headline or to write something that is going to seem more extreme or more, sensationalized.
Like they already do that without the view count.
Yeah, with the threads, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, now they have another element to use that with now, which
Right.
is the view counts. So now people listen. I think the net. It's a net positive. It's going to cause people to get more clever, and you're going to have to maybe put your antennas up to not get tricked by the clickbait. But overall, the impressions, I think it's going to be a huge positive, especially with the influencer and creators the platform being more friendly, which Elon says is going to happen in the future, right? They're going to be able to monetize. So I think impressions become a real big thing. I think it's a plus. It's definitely a net positive for the platform.
Yeah, and when you think about it, too, as an outside source, when you first come across a tweet or a thread before you read the entire thing and you see, oh, my gosh, 75,000 people clicked on this tweet to read it. Again, that cognitive bias, that social proof, you automatically view what they're saying as more credible. Even though it could be completely false, but it's just that cognitive bias. And, I think it's just, obviously there's a bad side to things, but people were already trying to game the system with the threads.
Yeah.
So it's just going to open up a lot of different new doors for Twitter users. And from a creative standpoint, it makes it easier for us to create better content for Twitter because now we can see, well, if 70,000 people clicked on this tweet, but it only got 3 likes and it didn't generate a lot of followers, then you know what to change up with your content. Yep. So I think that there's a lot of pros and cons to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see these up and coming changes with Twitter. We were talking about a few other things that Twitter might be coming out with soon.
Oh, big time. I think extended text count, I think expanded videos. So I think it's going to become real creative friendly. I'm excited about it for sure.
Yeah, Twitter, I just find it so much harder to create content for Twitter because you are limited to only 180 characters. You could post videos, but they don't do as well as regular tweets. Twitter's definitely for the brain. It causes you to read and really consume the content. There's a lot of BS out there, but there's also a lot of truth to things that people put. So it's just really I'm excited to see these new changes with Twitter.
It's definitely the place to watch for breaking news too.
I mean, yeah, and we were talking about this. Like Twitter and TikTok are always on the up and coming.
Right.
They are always the first two platforms where the conversation's happening.
That's it.
I have consistently noticed Instagram is farther behind.
You
with
think
the
a week,
conversation.
2 weeks, a week,
and
or
it's
2 weeks?
it's about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's the users. So it's just really strange, the difference in conversation happening.
It's like TikTok and Twitter are riding the real-time nature of the world. Like when it's happening, it's instantaneous, and then there must be a little bit of a lag with the other channels. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I noticed that it's almost like
exciting.
we're breaking news all the time, and some of the more popular channels like Gary Vee and Neil Patel and some of these other guys. It's like 2 weeks later they're talking about the things that we were talking about. Today they're talking about 2 weeks from now. So I think it's because we stay on top of Twitter and the TikTok, and so we're riding these current trends.
Right, and that's just more into our industry
Yeah,
with tech stuff.
we have to be on the top of everything.
Right,
exactly.
right. So yeah, guys, comment what you think about the Twitter view count. It's exciting.
Yes.